Unfreaking believable. The job that Shane Beamer is doing on the commitment front. Today, getting the verbals from Braden Lee, cornerback out of Upper Marlboro, not the cigarette, Maryland. 4 stars, 18th best corner in America. Also, another offensive tackle, same place, Marlboro, Maryland, right? Same high school, Charles Herbert Flowers, Mike Williams, tackle, committed to the Gamecocks. Diesel, there's a possibility that that Clemson fans might want to avert their eyes on this, because I don't know the last time, if ever, there has been a beatdown like this that is going on in real time, probably about 35 to 40% through the cycle. Okay, like in the recruiting cycle, the classes end at about 20 to 25 recruits. Right now, the teams in the top 10 have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 commitments. You could make a point that we're getting close to the halfway mark of the commitment cycle. South Carolina's ranking, 247sports.com, CBS owned, 247sports.com. They're the number 7 class in America. Clemson is number 20. Okay? When was the last time that you witnessed that kind of beatdown that was taking place between these two schools? Ever? Bueller? Fry? Anybody? Right? And I know there's time to go. And I know that it's early. Okay? I understand all of that. But South Carolina isn't just competing with Clemson, isn't just competitive with Clemson. They're beating Clemson. And as we approach the halfway mark of the cycle, South Carolina is beating Clemson badly. And, well, Mark Ryan, wait a minute. I thought you were more on the Clemson side than the South Carolina side. No, I am on the truth side. I am on the I'm not going to blow smoke up your skirt side. I'm going to shoot it to you straight. South Carolina is number 7. Clemson is number 20. These classes are going to have 20 to 25 people in it. Florida State has 11 commits. LSU has 12. We're coming up on the halfway point of the commitment cycle. And the Gamecocks are running roughshod, not only over Clemson, but Diesel, they're running roughshod over the rest of the SEC largely. They're 3rd right now in the SEC. South Carolina is usually 8th or 9th in recruiting in the SEC. Today, they're 3rd. Long way to go. Tennessee is 9th. Florida is 10th. Those are the next 2 SEC schools in the rundown. But just when you think, okay, like Beamer's gotten his next guys, he's gotten his next guys, and those are going to be the last guys they get for a while. Just as soon as you think that is the case, he pulls another one out, pulls another rabbit out of the hat. It's incredible what he has been able to do. Also today, adding to the mix, Kelvin Hunter, a 4-star safety, one of the top 5 players in the state of South Carolina. All right, so now 10 commitments for South Carolina, 10 commitments for Shane Beamer. And at this point, folks, you have to tip your cap. You just got to tip your cap. Now, by the way, Diesel, I hit the refresh button. They've gone from 7 to 5. You blink, and the Gamecocks are still moving up the ranks. Number 5 class in America to number 20 for Clemson. Folks, Clemson fans, there's this weird vibe with Clemson fans, Diesel, that it's like they take real pride in not letting anybody see that they're sweating. They like, oh, that's funny, that's cute, let's crack a joke. Us worry about South Carolina, that's hilarious, Mark Ryan. Just trying to get clicks, trying to get ratings. They're 5th, they're top 5. You're barely top 20 right now. Is it time to panic? No. Is it time to acknowledge and tip your cap to what the hell Shane Beamer's got going on? Yeah, it is.
Well, to this point, we had Jeremy Johnson on yesterday, national recruiting writer for On3 Sports, and I asked him, is Dabo Swinney's family first message still hitting with today's recruits? And he said, well, yeah, it's hitting with the kind of recruits that Clemson wants, but Clemson doesn't offer recruits who they don't feel are their kind of guy. Like they won't offer a guy that they think that message is not going to really resonate with. And, it's funny, every time you bring these things up, even when you tell people what they want to hear, which is, yes, that message is still hitting, they freak out and lose their minds. And I think, Mark, now that we have it completed, now that we have it in the books and we have permission to use this sounder because it borders on some things that the FCC wouldn't really like, we have our first 5-alarm fan with the sound effect.
I don't want anything smoky. Oh my God! Fire! Okay, it's happening. Stay calm.
Serious question, asks Brett Powell on Facebook. How do these clowns have a job? This type of journalism is so pathetic that my 15-year-old could do a better job. And I mean that 100%. To which I replied, Brett.
What was this about, Diesel, first?
This was about Dabo Swinney, what I literally just said about Dabo Swinney's message resonating with recruits. Brett, and to which I said, Brett, don't sprain your wrist clutching those pearls. We asked the questions that you were all thinking and the conversations that you were having in the shadows. And if you're a Clemson fan, you got the answer that you wanted to hear, which is the family first message still works, and you're mad. Rub some dirt on it, pal. That is our new sound effect for whenever we have what we call 5-alarm fans, people who freak out, lose their minds on us, on the air, or in the comment sections of our social media channels.
As this thing is adapting, as adjusting and moving forward, you realize that South Carolina is blazing a new trail.
And you realize that Clemson fans are real bent about this. They won't say it. They won't admit it. You can't ever give up an inch of ground. Like it's like World War I between South Carolina and Clemson fans. There's a no man's land in the middle. There's a trench here and a trench here. And you don't come out of your trenches and you don't give up an inch.
Folks, let's open with this question to you at 844-FAN-PHONE. That's 844-326-3663. What would it have to take? Okay, what would be required for there to be a true changing of the guard in this state? All right. Now, you and I know that South Carolina beat Clemson the last football season. Okay. I don't believe that just winning one football game puts South Carolina ahead of Clemson. But every single data point that you get in the win column helps you. And you better believe that a recruiting win counts as a win. There's a smart Gamecock fan who's been around here since far before I've been. And I would ask you guys, when is the last time that South Carolina beat Clemson in recruiting? When was the last time that happened? Seriously. Was it 10 years ago? Was it 15 years ago? It hasn't been since I've been here, right? And you are blazing new ground now if you are a Gamecock fan.